As you can see, is matter around us pure? This was the chapter which was running, or in fact you can say that it is still going on. This series is going on with the sessions, and you can see in this session I have come up with this again 4 parts. Can you see the 4 parts are there? A, B, C, D. In introductory part or introductory session of this series, I have told you that we have divided this chapter into 4 parts, out of which we have done these 2 parts, right? We have completed part A and part B. In part A, we have gone through the classification of matter as pure substances and the mixtures, right? Under pure substances also we have gone with elements and the compounds, right? And the properties and many more things about pure substances. Also we have gone through the mixtures also, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. We have gone through those mixtures. So we have understood this part A completely. Then we have gone with this part B, in which we have understood about solutions, suspensions and the colloids, right? So till colloids we have finished our chapter, right? Now we are going to start with part C. You can see there, you can see here there is a part C in which we are going to understand about the separation of components of a mixture. How to separate the mixture or the components of a mixture. Okay, how to separate the constituents. Okay, that we are going to understand from today onwards in our coming sessions, right? But let's know what we are going to study in this separation of a mixture, separating the components of a mixture. There is one more part D, which will be started after finishing this C part. Okay, so first let us see what we are going to come up with in our coming sessions for this related to this part. Okay, so in separation of mixtures we are having some properties of the constituents, right? Actually this separation is based on physical properties of the constituents of the mixture. Okay, there are some physical properties of each and every constituent which is creating a mixture, and these properties are like you can see here, density. During the separation we consider density. In some or the other separation, I am just taking as a whole. Okay, so density is one of the physical property which is going to be considered during the separation. Solubility of the constituent particles or the constituent of a mixture. Then size of the particles also is going to impact or is also going to tell you about the separation method. Okay, magnetic behavior, how the constituent is going to behave, or how the mixture is going to behave towards a magnet. That also is going to give you the method of separation. Volatility. Okay, how much volatile is the constituent, that also is one of the factors which is going to be used in separation of mixture. Then you are having boiling points and the melting points. So these are the factors which are which affect our separation methods, right? With the help of these properties only we can go for the separation of mixture. Okay, so let's try to understand how we are going to separate the mixture. There are 3 cases which we will be considering for the separation of a mixture. Okay, so how many cases are there? There are 3 cases. How many cases? 3. Okay, so to separate a mixture we will consider 3 of the cases. The very first case is mixture of 2 solids. Mixture of 2 solids. Then case 2 will be about mixture of solid and a liquid. Okay, and in case 3 we will try to understand how to separate a mixture of 2 liquids. Okay, here also we have 2 parts, miscible liquids and immiscible liquids, right? So let's see in case 1 how many methods are there. In case 1, that is solid to solid, in case of solid to solid we have 3 methods. So in case of solid to solid, how many methods? We have 3 methods. What are the 3 methods? See, the first method which we are going to study is separation by using a suitable solvent. So we are going to see how this suitable solvent is going to separate a mixture of solid to solid. Okay, then we are going to use a magnet, or by using a magnet, how a solid can be separated from a solid. That is the second method. And the third method is by the use of the process of sublimation. So we are having three methods. We are having three methods to separate a solid from solid in a mixture. Okay, then we are going to consider second case. In the second case, we have solid into solid. It means that solid and solid are going to give you the mixture. Okay, in second case, we are having solid and solid. Okay, solid in liquids, right? So we are having here 6 methods. How many methods we are going to study in this case? We will study 6 methods in case of solid to liquid. That means this type of mixture where solid and liquid are mixed up. Okay, so there we are going to use these 6 methods, out of which the methods are, the very first method is the filtration method. So we are going to use filtration method, in which we will understand how the solid is going to, or in which of the cases it is going to be separated from liquid, or liquid is going to be separated from solid. Then there is one more method, that is crystallization method. So we are going to study crystallization method under this category, solid and liquid. Then third method is by centrifugation. Fourth one is by chromatography. Fifth method is evaporation method, and the sixth one is the distillation method. So these 6 methods are there, which are going to be used for separating solid and liquid in a mixture. Understood? We are going to use these 6 methods. Okay, these are the 6 methods which we are going to use for the separation of solid and liquid. Then there is one more case, that is third case. Third case is all about mixture of 2 liquids. So when we are going to separate 2 liquids, what condition, or what are the 2 methods which we are going to use? So for this we are going to so in liquid and liquid, when 2 liquids are into the mixture form, in that case we will use 2 methods. One method is using a separating funnel. Okay, by using a separating funnel, in this case it is used for 2 immiscible liquids. Okay, when 2 immiscible liquids are creating or forming a mixture, in that case separating funnel is used to separate them. Okay, this is the first method for this case, third case. And then the second method is by the process of fractional distillation, that is and also it is going to be used for 2 miscible liquids. So we are having 2 cases here. One is the case of 2 immiscible liquids. In immiscible liquids we will be using separating funnel, but for the miscible liquids we are going to use the process of fractional distillation. So this is all about the part C, or which we are going to start, or which we are heading towards in coming session. So we are going to understand all these methods in our coming session. Okay, so get prepared and keep watching the sessions so that you will understand, and try to watch them from the beginning. You will get the playlist also. I'm updating my playlist. You can go through the playlist also, so that it will be good for you to come to know about each and every topic, and also you will be able to understand every topic if you are going to watch them properly from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning means from the very first session of the series, because I'm just coming with the series. Series means chapter wise. I have taken one chapter, and then I have considered one chapter as a series, and then sessions are there under that series. Okay, so here you can go with the series of Is Matter Around Us Pure? We are going through this chapter, and this is Aakaar chemistry classes which you are just watching, and try to subscribe the channel, and if possible like it. If you like it, then do press the thumb button, as well as subscribe the channel, so that you will be updated with the with the coming notifications and with your coming sessions. So till then, take care. Bye bye.